Hi all, my name is Nikhil, and in last video we have seen that how we have assigned or configured the log levels and how they are impacting on your particular classes. So in today's video we are going to see how we can create our custom loggers, I can say, how we can create our custom loggers. So this one is the root log or root logger, which is a mother of all loggers. So let's get started for this video. So before doing changes in this particular file, let me just create one more package because the prerequisites for this to have multiple packages. So let me just create demo one. Okay, I'm creating a same class. Let's say test one. Let me just copy all the data from earlier class to this. Test one, test one, test one, test one. We remove this. Okay, so I have just created a same. Let me just add few more logs in this. Let's say info is one, 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 and one. Okay, okay. So I have created like almost 8 logs here, and in this package we have one more class called test, under which we have 4 log statements. Okay, so to add our customized logger, we have to create one logger under this logger stack. Okay, so for that, let's go to this, and here you can see there is a logger, customized logger, and this is the official website of Apache Log4j. So I'm copying this and pasting this. So this logger is a customized logger. Okay, and for the name we have to provide for which class you want to apply this logger for. So let's say, or yeah, for which package or class I can say, but better is which package. So for this package I want to create, or I want to apply the logger for. So I have to give here the name of package, that is demo one. Yeah. Then the level would, I can say, let's say error. Okay. Additivity we can see afterwards. Console, the same um, name what we have provided to the appender. So same name we have to provide here. And now if you can see, there is a one root logger and there is a customized logger, and this customized logger we have configured for this particular package. Okay, so let's go to this and understand what is customized logger and what is root logger. So you can see, so let's consider this is my uh, project. It has, say, 4 packages, and this is what our root logger is, which is associated by default with each and every package in the project. Okay, and these packages may have multiple classes, so we are not worried about the class numbers, but we are more concerned about the packages. Okay, so this is the root logger which is associated by default with each package. So whatever the settings or whatever the levels which we have provided here will be by default considered for each and every package. Okay, but right now we have written one more customized logger. Okay, so this logger we have assigned or we have configured for this demo one package. Okay, so here is one more logger which is customized logger, and let's say this is demo one package. So I have configured this customized logger for demo one package. Okay, and the level for this particular logger is set to error. Okay, so now if I run this particular program, I can see all the all the logs which are error and error levels above. So error and fatal, only both type of logs are getting printed here, and rest levels are skipped. Okay, even though we have provided a level as info for root log. Okay, for root log we have provided the level as info, but for this we have provided error. So this particular logger gets configured with demo one, and it will ignore this particular settings. Okay, so whenever I run any of the programs which are written under this package, will consider this setting, customize logger settings. Okay, and if I run any programs which are written under any of these three packages, will consider this by default logger configurations, that is a root logger configurations. Okay, so let's run one program for from another package, that is a demo package, and you can see I am seeing info error debug, not a debug, but info error and fatal. So all three messages are getting displayed here because the level of logging is considered from this particular logger. Okay, so info and above, all the logs will get printed. Okay, now let's come to the additivity. So if I have written it as a false, so it won't duplicate your logs. Let's consider, or let's make it true and then see what happens. Then you will get to know what I'm saying. So see this configuration I have changed, and I have added for this particular logger. I have changed the configuration to true for the additivity. So if I run any of the program from this particular package, so let's run this program from this. So you can see all the messages are printed twice. There are two instances which we can see in console. Okay, so why this is happening? Because we have provided additivity as true. So when we provide additivity as true, you can see what happens. In appear twice. Okay, this is because appenders associated with logger. Okay, this is because the appenders, okay, appenders which are associated with particular logger. So this is one of the logger, customized logger, and this is root logger. Okay, so this particular logger will print all the logs once. Okay, so that is why we can see these messages are printed once with the help of this logger, and the second instances which writes the instance on the kernel next the parent of which in this case is root logger. Okay, that means the second instance, let's say this is the one message printing twice, so one instance of this message is getting printed because of this logger, and the second instance is getting printed because of this root. Okay, why? So as I have told you earlier, this package is having two references for loggers. One is normal logger, that is root logger, and other one is customized logger. So once the customized logger prints the messages under console, and the second time the root logger, which is by default logger for each package, will print same messages again. So it won't ignore this particular messages. Okay, it will print again. So that is why we have seen here two instances of each message. Okay, so now if I make this as a false, so what happens, this particular logger, that is customized logger, will print all the log messages on console once, and then the root logger will check if at all particular message or particular log is printed by this customized logger or not. If at all this customized logger has printed that particular message earlier on console, then this root logger won't print that message again. Okay, so that is why we are seeing only one occurrence of each message when we make additivity to false. Okay, and if at all I remove this particular setting from the from this file, and now if I run this particular program, so you will see all the messages printing twice because you make it a true, okay, or you remove it from your settings, both will be considered same. I mean, even if you haven't written additivity equal to false or additivity equal to true, it will be by default considered as a true when you don't write anything. And when you write it, you have to make it false if you don't want to print that messages twice. Okay, so that's it from my side for this session. Thank you. See you in the next video.